What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Mo Dodge, Mo Mods, or Mo Mods, Mo Dodge, however you like it. So today, guys, we are, I'm just out and about in this nasty weather, just trying to go to a doctor's appointment. I don't know if you guys are following me on YouTube, but as well as Instagram. I'm in recovery for a kidney. So I'm in recovery right now. I ain't even supposed to be out amongst the public, but I have a doctor's appointment. And since I've had my kidney transplant, I have had to go to these doctor's appointments twice a week and get blood work done just to make sure that the kidney that I've received from a live donor is still operational. And in this process, what they do is they make sure my numbers are right, A1Cs, creatinine, all the fun chemical balances that need to take place in order for this kidney to be 100% successful, which it has been. And I'm thankful for that. Again, I got my kidney from a live donor, 20-year-old young male, 6'1", and he was just compelled to do a donation. The doctor that worked on did my surgery, great doctor, works with GW, George Washington Hospital, and man, I'm feeling 100% better. The offset to me having this kidney is that I don't have to be on dialysis 4 hours for 5 days. And that's an awesome thing. I have to take roughly like 15 medications, but I'd rather pop pills than have to stick my arm with 2 16-gauge needles in order for my blood to be clean and filtered. Prior to that, I was retaining a lot of fluid, and it just drains you. I mean, it's like a vampire sucking your blood. It really drains you, and you feel it. But now I feel a whole lot different. I feel a lot better, What got me to that stage when I first had initial renal failure, kidney failure, I was in the process of moving, and when we got down to it, when you're moving, you don't have anyone helping you, and you're doing all the lifting, you're sweating, and you're just carrying on. And mind you, this was in the summertime in 2018 or 2017. I was done. I was so dehydrated and in so much pain, I literally fell out on the floor. Now, mind you, I could have died that day, but I hydrated, I rested up, and lo and behold, a couple days later, I had huge fluid buildup in my legs, and that's when I knew that was it. Went to the doctors, and they were like, "You're done. You have to be on dialysis as of this point." And and that was in July of 2019, actually, after I had that huge fluid buildup and breakdown. And they kept me for a week. They installed a catheter initially into my chest cavity, which is the port that I used for dialysis at the time. It was supposed to be temporary. However, I had that port in my chest for about 8 months. In the process of that, it was a decision whether or not to do home hemodialysis or peritoneal dialysis. And I chose home hemo. The peritoneal didn't seem like a fit because it just didn't seem like it was going to really do the job it needed to do. And in the process of my training, I was going to centers, where they have other patients that are elderly, young, just sitting in a chair while the technician hooks you up and and get you rolling. But I felt I needed a little bit more independence, and so what I decided to do was get the training. And the training I had to leave the clinic I was going to go to a more private setting, which is, the location is called, the business is called Next Stage Home Hemo through Fresenius. Great company. I thought about DaVita, but I heard too many horror stories with DaVita. And so Fresenius, Next Stage, in Lanham, Maryland. They had a home setting. It was private. You had less than 3 people in the facilities at one time, or 3 patients that they would tend to. It consisted of training. I mean, literally training. You're doing all the hookups necessary for your dialysis. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it was scary in the beginning, because if you don't do this on a daily basis, it's something new like this, dealing with needles and blood and what ifs. But it was a matter of mindset and thinking. Now, in order for me to be independent, continue to work, and do what I needed to do for my family, because I was a sole provider, I had to go through this process, which is what I did. And it took a lot of prayer and patience and mindset and walking by faith. I'm a living, walking testimony of what God can do if you believe and trust. And that's what I did. So with that behind me, I'm a walking testimony, only being on dialysis for 1 year, literally to the day. And getting a call while I was in the process of setting up my home hemo machine for dialysis from GW coordinator Natalie, and I'm saying her name because she made my day, to them saying, "Mr. Wilson, we have a match for you. He's a young male, and this is a donor program exchange." So he was supposed to do a donation to someone else, but they weren't a match. Look at God. Listen, when they called me and said, "He's a perfect match for you, and we want you to get this kidney," I broke down on the phone in the process of setting up my dialysis machine. And you gotta forgive me, because this is hard, but God is good, and He's faithful to His word. What more can I say but thank you? And that's how I live my life, is that I walk by faith and not by sight. If you believe in that thing, try it. Try Him. Because He really made a change in my life. Literally made a change. And from that day on, listen, when you're covered by the blood, if you don't understand that term, I suggest you do some studying. Because when you're covered by the blood and you've received the Spirit, anything is possible. Anything is possible. You're always covered. So with that being said, I'm thankful. This is my testimony. I'm sharing it. This is just the end result. The next step is to get a pancreas, because I'm type 1 diabetic. Now, I've had it since I was a juvie, around 18. I was athletic, played football, basketball, but around 18, I became an adult, was out on my own, and was working, passed out on the job, and sure enough, they said type 1. None of my siblings have diabetes, which is crazy. I'm the oldest of 2. They were all military. I couldn't do military. Actually, I did try. It didn't work out, and I got medically discharged. But, God has a plan for all of us. And you may not know what your plan is, but you have to be faithful. That's the only thing I can say. For those who don't understand the purpose in this life, ask. Do some soul searching. And discipline. Now, mind you, I'm not the perfect person. You know, everyone makes mistakes, but realize that when you falter and you fall based on your humanly ways, it's not how you fall that matters. It's how you get up. It's how you learn from the mistake that you've made and you move on in your life, because your purpose needs to be served. God has a plan, as I said before. Realize that. But, you know, I've said too much, and this is the results of my kidney failure. You know, I'm not working right now, but that's all right. I'm gonna be faithful. I take it one day at a time. That's all God asked for me to do. Just take it one day at a time. And, you know, and I know He's gonna provide for me. So, my health is good, numbers look good, you know, I'm still doing what I need to do and preparing for the next day. But I thank the saints, I thank the Mopar family, I thank everyone out there who has helped me through this transition. I do have a GoFundMe page out. If you're interested, please don't hesitate to contact me. I need all the help I can get right now, because it is hard. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's hard, but I'm faithful. I'm faithful to God and His saints. You know, we are all one people, and we're all joined to this for a purpose and cause. Just realize there's a higher power in all of us, and you know who that is. So, with that being said, guys, remember, like, comment, subscribe. If you can help me out, just spread my testimony. I'd be grateful. I would truly be grateful, because you'll be helping not just me, but my family. You know, I have a 16-year-old at home that I support. I have a 3.5-year-old at home I have to support. And my wife, she can't work because of my disease. So she's home based because she has to help me out, you know. And I love my wife. You know, she's been faithful. And, you know, she just wants to see me live. I also have 2 older siblings in the military. You know, my son, my oldest, he's in the Air Force. My daughter's in the Army. You know, she supports 3 kids on her own. And, you know, they are who they are because of the standards instilled in them from youth. And, you know, I'm so proud of them. You know, it's just, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. So, with that being said, guys, again, thank you. And please spread the word. I want people to understand who God is. And I want people to understand through faith anything's possible. Walk by faith, not by sight. And I'll catch you on the next time. Be blessed.